नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Conquering time. First, few basic understandings, few basic truths. Please understand, every sacred secret, every sacred truth I am uttering, every word need to be internalized and internalized. Do not sit with the intellectual tiredness. Usually people have this pattern. Tell us finally what we should do. No, things don't work like that. Please understand. Every word I am uttering matters. I'll give you a small example from my own life. One of my guru, Annamalai Swamigal, in course of conversation he told me that we are not the body, we are beyond pain and suffering. When I was sitting alone and contemplating about it, we are not the body, we are beyond pain and suffering. What does he mean by it? I actually experimented. I took a knife and cut my thigh to see whether we have pain or not. Of course, I had pain and I was taken to hospital and stitches were done and all that has happened. But I could not think what my guru uttered is lie. I was continuously contemplating. I had a yoga guru. He was also a Paramahamsa. One day he explained, he usually comes to the house where I was born and brought up. He will come home early morning, 4 o'clock, and drag me out of the bed and take me to the temple and teach yoga. I was a kid. Sometimes the moment I am out of bed, he will make me drink coffee so that I will not go back to bed. One day he was telling, see, before coffee, how you feel that you want to lie down and nothing other than sleep matters. Just a cup of coffee, you are ready to listen to me. And suddenly I became more important. Yoga becomes more important. All the ideas that you should do yoga makes more sense. Without a cup of coffee, all the ideas you should sleep makes more sense. Just with a cup of coffee, all the ideas you should do yoga and take care of your health, build your body so you can get enlightened. All these ideas make sense. He made a very important statement which I want to translate in English for all of you. He said, the physiological, psychological, neurological effect on you is not you. Please understand. One guru made a statement, you are not the body. The other guru made a statement, the physiological, psychological, neurological effects happening on you is not you. How many of you click with that second statement? Actually, both statements finally mean the same, but the second statement suddenly made so much sense to me. Yes. Please understand. Because I could see my seeking is not just equivalent to a cup of coffee, but a cup of coffee can make such big impact. It can just drive away the sleep, make the whole yoga happen in me with enthusiasm, excitement. So when I was analyzing, cup of coffee cannot be equivalent to my seeking. Or equivalent to me. Understand? The idea he conveyed to me, my yoga guru, is whether you have the feeling sleeping is more important, that is my first priority, I don't care about anything else, or you feel no, after a cup of coffee, the thought current, no, I have to be doing, this has to be done for my enlightenment, for my growth. Whether you have this thought current before cup of coffee or thought current after cup of coffee, both thought currents does not matter. Both thought currents are not you. Both thought currents are empowered by you, not you. That is what the master, the first guru means, Annamalai Swamigal means, you are not the body, you are not the mind. When Annamalai Swamigal told me, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are beyond pain and suffering, the statement did not make sense for me. But when my yoga guru explained, physiological, psychological happenings are not you, it really made sense. Understand? Throughout this program, every statement I make is going to directly work on your inner space, which is required for me to transmit this experience to you. Actually, when I had the click, oh, psychological, physiological, neurological effects happening on me is not me, I tell you. From the next day, I didn't need coffee to wake me up. The understanding, physiological, psychological effects happening on me is not me, liberated me. Not only from coffee, after that, never ever I understand something called low mood or depression or not feeling well or stressed. I tell you, all these words are really strange. Still, I am not able to comprehend those words. When people come and tell me, I really feel bad for them, but I feel, oh God, I'm not able to grasp what they mean by this word. All those words have no meaning in my life because it was such a clear understanding. Now sit to grasp those understandings. If you are sitting with the idea, all these are okay, Swamiji, you tell me finally what I should do, I will do that. That is intellectual tiredness. Please understand. Egg, if it is broken from outside by force, a life ends. If it is broken from inside, a life starts. If you sit with intellectual tiredness, you tell me, finally tell me what I should do. Even if I tell you finally what you should do, if you do, it will be like a breaking the egg from outside. Even if I transmit experience to you, you won't retain it. When I transmit and you don't retain, it is called satori. When I transmit and you retain, it is called samadhi. Annamalai Swamigal, what he tried to transmit, what my yoga guru transmitted, Yogananda Puri, both are actually one and the same. The first transmission may be my intellectual tiredness. It was only a satori, it never becomes samadhi in me. But the second, when Yogananda Puri explained, maybe it clicked with me. It becomes samadhi, a permanent experience. After that, never ever I had a respect for any of the physiological, psychological happening in my system. And no physiological, psychological happening could have any say on my system. Please be in the space of internalizing every truth I am going to share with you. So, it becomes samadhi in you. The permanent transformation in you. It becomes eternal understanding in you. We are going to have a special meditation process end of the sessions today and tomorrow. But that does not mean that is the essence of the session. Now you don't need to be receiving. Every word I am uttering is a process. Please understand, because the subject is so subtle. Subject is so subtle. See, when my first guru told me, you are not the body, you are beyond pain and suffering. It is truth, but it is too to grasp. It's too physical. But when my yoga guru told me, experientially, which he was able to convey into my listening, the psychological, physiological, neurological effects are happenings in you is not you. Not only it clicked with me, it brought tremendous liberation. What my first guru, the Annamalai Swami, was trying to make in me, the yoga guru made it because he spoke into my listening. Now, every statement I am going to utter, I want to speak into your listening. I will also take the responsibility of making it as clear as possible. And I also request you to be intensely listening without this intellectual tiredness, thinking, end of the day there is going to be a meditation process and Swamiji will do whatever need to be done. I just need to tolerate this to have that process. Please do not have that, because every word I am uttering matters. Come to the space of listening. The first statement I am making, please listen. The first statement I am making, time is a matter. Second statement, it is not absolute as you think. Please understand. Now I will make these statements into your experience. These two are the Mahavagyas now. When you perceive this world through this body, you can never doubt the authenticity of this body or the authority of this body. But when you are perceiving the dream world through the dream body, this body does not have authority over you. Please understand. When you are perceiving dreams with the dream body, this body does not have authority over you. Same way, when you are perceiving this world through this body, the dream body does not have authority over you. When you understand there is a body which has authority over you at some time, does not have authority over you in some other time, you can understand this body also has authority over you, sometime does not have a right over you in some other time. Listen. As long as you perceive this world through this body, you think this has authority over you. You can't understand a space without this body. Same way, because you are constantly perceiving the world, because you are constantly perceiving your reality through time, you think time is absolute and it is truth, just like how you feel your body is truth. Listen. I'll repeat the essence. When you see, perceive this world through this body, you take this body as authority. Sometimes you question this reality, but not this body. When you are so busy in doing business with currency, you forget to question the authority of the currency. That itself is a myth. When you are doing business using diamonds, you forget to question the authority of the diamond. You are so busy in giving 100, taking 50, giving 200, taking 400. You forget the diamond itself is not something precious, or it does not have an authority other than created demand. Please understand. I am not questioning, I am not saying don't do business. All I am trying to tell you is understand the stupidity, you can play with it beautifully. The moment I understood, it clicked with my system that physiological, psychological effects on me is not me. So much liberation, such liberation. Such a beautiful space. It was such an absolute ecstasy. Knowing even that ecstasy is not me. When you know even the joy happening in you is not you, the joy stays with you permanently. All joys disappear the moment you try to grab them. The first truth, time is a matter. And it does not matter. Time is a matter and it does not matter. You can manipulate it. as you can manipulate your body. Understand? You can make your body big or small with certain practices, diet control. You can manipulate it. You can play with it. Same way, you can play with time. You can play with time. How? We will see next. But some of the basic truths, you can play with it. I'll try to share with you all a conversation I had with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. It's too personal and intimate, but I think I have to share so that you will understand the concept of time as Mahadeva explains in Agamas. One day I was sitting and talking to him. I was just so much in love, awed by his presence. It will always be for spending time I will be talking. There is nothing serious about what I am talking to him. That is why how much ever I try, I am not able to recount or recall everything I heard from him. Very less only I am able to recall, because all the time I was only awed and just I want to spend time with him. That was the purpose. So talking is only secondary. I was talking so that he will not get up and go. To make him sit, I have to talk. Listen carefully. The conversation was about time and space. He was trying to explain time and space to me. It is time you understand every statement, so that it becomes just part of you. You also need to know the value of one single truth hitting you properly. Please understand, it was just one single truth. My understanding about, just a cup of coffee, only that much is the gap between me and my seeking. It was such revelation. The laziness and powerlessness and the powerfulness I felt after a cup of coffee. I understood very clearly, both are not me. I am something beyond this too. Just that one understanding liberated me forever from all the physiological and psychological ups and downs. Never ever I had any respect for the physiological, psychological ups and downs in my system. And you don't know what great liberation it can be. So please understand. Now, even understandings can liberate you from many patterns you are having, and with understanding, if I lead you into the process, the experience I transmit will become samadhi in you, means permanent. Without you understanding or without you developing the right context also, I can put you in experience. That will be by force, it will only be satori, you won't be able to retain that. So allow every statement to work on you, because even I am feeling, I am explaining something very subtle. It's almost like I am not playing with Saraswati, I am playing with Saraswati's veena. Listen to this conversation I had with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, because this is going to give you a very important click understanding about time. The discussion was about time and space. I was asking him, some questions about Kala Bhairava. That is the way the conversation started, and he was trying to explain the time and the effect of time on our system and our understanding. Naturally, I could not grasp everything immediately. So the conversation boiled down to, he was trying to explain to me, time is just your mental experience, mental perception. It can be imploded or exploded. Listen, it can be imploded or exploded as you want. So naturally it was too much for me. Then he touched something in my very personal life and explained. Of course, it is a very intimate conversation, but I'll share it with you all because it will do good to all of you. I had the problem of bedwetting as a child. So, when I was talking to him, it was around maybe I was 11. At that time, I used to have that problem of bedwetting. He just picked up my hand with a lot of care. He was trying to guide me, asking, when you have a bedwetting, what goes on in your dream state and deep sleep state? I slowly described, I contemplated and described. I used to feel first my bladder is full. Then I'll feel in the dream that I am in a restroom and I should relieve myself. And then in next few minutes, I'll only feel my bed is wet. I explained the step by step. He said, exactly, this is time. Please listen. It was such powerful click for me. I'll tell you exactly what he said. He said, how the moment your bladder is full, your brain can create the restroom which is not there and give you the comfortable feeling you are protected, safe, you are in a proper place, please relieve yourself. Only after that signal goes to the body, the internal organs decide to relieve and relieves itself. The pressure inside you to perceive something, to have some experience, creates the concept of time and gives you various experiences. Pressure inside you, that bladder is full, creates the restroom ambience in your brain, which is actually not there, but gives you a comfortable feeling, you can relieve yourself. Same way, desire to have certain experiences, that pressure inside you creates time which is not there and gives you various experiences. I'll try to convey much deeper the same truth further. Now you understand this much. The whole idea of time is your will and decision. I can give you 100 examples. When you are sitting with somebody whom you like or doing something which you like, your passion, you don't know how the time passes. Time gives you a different experience about you, about life, about world. But when you are sitting with somebody whom you don't like, or when you are doing something about which you are forced, time gives you different experience about yourself, world and life. This one small example I have seen in my own life. Morning 5 o'clock, early morning 5 o'clock to night 11 o'clock, I'll be sitting with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I don't know how the sun rises and sun sets, but at night, few hours when I need to be in the house, away from him, I'll move the clock 10 times, thinking that it is not moving, it has stopped. I'll feel why the nights are so long. Time is slow when you wait. Time is fast when you are late. Time is deadly when you are sad. Time is short when you are happy. Time is endless when you are in pain. Time is long when you feel bored. Every time, time is determined by your feelings and psychological conditions, not by clocks. So learn to have nice time always. Whatever now I am sharing, most of you may know that ideas, nothing new. But I am trying to set the context so that I can lead you into the deeper understanding, especially the experience to make these understandings permanent. Time is a matter it does not matter. It can be manipulated as you want. You can play with it as you want. One more understanding I received from Arunagiri Yogeshwara about time. Listen carefully. The whole life is just a vast canvas. Space is the canvas. Imagine 200-mile length canvas on which lot of paintings are there. The paintings which you already perceived is called past. The painting you are perceiving is present. The painting you are going to perceive is future. But the truth is, all three exist. All three exist. Next statement I am making. Please listen. First statement I am making. Past, present, future, all three exist. And the next statement I am making, you can alter all the three. We always think, if all three already exist, how can I alter my future? If it is already existing, how can I alter? Understand? The painting exists does not mean you can't add something to it. Your powerlessness, I can't add something to it, only makes you stop adding. And very important statement I am making now. Not only you can alter the future, you can alter your past. How? We will make. You can alter your past. You may think, this is too much. How? We will see after the meal break. I'll give you clear experiential understanding about these 4-5 statements I made. During this meal break, go on, chew these statements along with your food. 1, time is a matter, it does not matter. 2nd, your psychological ups and downs, physiological ups and downs are not you. Next, your past, present, future exists now. Next, it exists now does not mean you are bound by it. You can alter not only your future, even your past. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. Be blissful.